I won SBR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. He's Mike Brenner. We are the odds couple from SportsbookReview.com, SBRodds.com. It's Week 12 in the NFL, Thanksgiving week. This is our Tuesday opening line show. Things were just too chaotic yesterday, so we're doing a Tuesday opening line
chaos.
show. Yeah, but we're ready to go with a bunch of picks. Mike Brenner, it's Week 12 in the NFL, Thanksgiving games. The lines have matured a little bit, and I think we're seeing some edges here. Let's throw the record up before we get into it. Mike Brenner, how you feeling about this week?
I'm feeling pretty good. How'd we do last week? I don't even
remember, but
okay, well, we did good. I know we did good. I'll just put it out that way. No, I love this. Even though it's a tough week with Thanksgiving, Pete, these can be some tricky games, but I also think there's some spots and some edges that are out there because of the short turnaround. Some teams can capitalize on that.
All right, well, let's start with the Thanksgiving Day games. We've already been discussing in some other videos that we've done that, I don't know, we think Detroit -2.5 might be a no-brainer play. Not totally sold on Minnesota. Detroit has issues in the running game, sure, but, Minnesota, we're not really convinced that their win against Arizona was terribly impressive or predictive of future success. Detroit -2.5. Are you on that one?
Yeah, I like it, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Minnesota, although they got that loss, that win, they were just so happy because they had lost 4 in a row. All right, but they beat a team that was just not. I don't know how you can really measure or gauge success off of that. The thing is, I really think that Detroit knows they have an edge, and this is a limited offense. Minnesota, they don't have a threat on the running game. Bradford, again, he does what he does, but he's been figured out. And the defense is a little suspect now. But Detroit has some momentum. They're playing good ball, and they're at home. It's Turkey Day. And Stafford, as long as he's under the center pistol, I think they got a shot. And albeit they only had 16 yards rushing last week, but they still got the win. So you're looking at two teams that really don't have any kind of running game. All right. That made me think of some possible over on the totals, but I'm going to go Detroit on the full game. What's the best shop line?
-2.5, -104 is a pinnacle line right now.
What is your thoughts on the total on that?
Yeah, I'll go with you on that one. The total, I really have no opinion on as of
What's the number, though?
It's 43, which is a low total.
Yeah, that is low for those two.
Yeah. So I'm going to take a shot with you with a -2.5, -104.
Good.
All right, now let's move on to a Washington-Dallas. Of course, the Cowboys have covered 9 in a row. Unbelievable.
28-27, they lost that first game, and it's just been uphill ever since.
But now they're going up against Washington team. It's also been doing well ATS recently, not as well, but very well. If you've been betting Washington each week over the past 6 or 7 weeks, you've definitely made money. And Washington's now getting 7 or 7.5. I gave the opinion that the over might be worth a shot here. What do you think? Anything on that?
What is that over again?
It's 51.
Yeah, I like that because, Dallas, their defense will give up some long plays downfield. Yeah. Kirk Cousins can get it done to Sean Jackson. The only thing, and I really think this could be a good spot for the Redskins, but my only concern for them is when they go on the road, they're a little bit of a different team. This is on a short turnaround coming off a big win, and I just really think Dallas is so fired up and they're so confident. I think that's hard as hell to stop. But it's also a lot of points because this is a division rival. I think the edge for me, Pete, is going to be early, and I'm taking Dallas on the first half, and I might be throwing that total on. I'm waiting to see how you break that down.
All right, yeah, the first half of the best line we can give right now will be -4.5, -114.
I love it. I'm on it, buddy.
All right.
I think
and
they get it done.
I am going to give the first half over. It's 26 -108 at Heritage. That's the line I'm going to give for that one. That's the line I'm going to give for that one. 26 -108. And then if I like that, why would I not give the full game over? Is there any reason to expect them to slow down in the second half? They might.
Pull that trigger, baby.
On both of them? All right.
I don't think you're going to slow down anything. No.
I will give I'll use the Greek number, which is 50.5, the over 50.5 -110. I'll give both overs.
I like that confidence, buddy.
All right, and let's see. Moving on, is there anything? Why don't you hit us with another pick? I know you're loving Atlanta. Why don't we just jump to that one?
Well, okay. Oh, man, I'll tell you, I've been working with you too long. Yeah. It'll never be too long. All right, Falcons, I like them against Arizona. All right, you got a pissed off Falcon team coming off a bye. This offense has not quit. They have no quit in them. All right, they always think they're in the game, and I like that, and that's what Dan Quinn does. All right, but the defense has really been suspect. I think it could be a shootout, except I don't think the shootout's going to come from the other side. I think Matt Ryan himself could put this team could put up 40-something points, Pete. I think this is really, really going to be a no-brainer. Bruce Arians, again, in the hospital this week. Don't know if he's going to be back today. Don't know. You got Carson Palmer. I love it. I think the Falcons get an easy win here. I'm going to pull the trigger on the first half and the full game. Give me the best shop line,
so
Pistol.
the full game we can give -4, -110, and the first half is not out yet. We can give you the Pinnacle opener or the Bookmaker opener.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Pinnacle opener on that. Yep.
All right, and let's move on. I'll give a couple of totals that we've already sort of hinted at.
Any thoughts on global warming?
Let me see. I'm thinking the Jacksonville Buffalo is going to be an under, right? I mean, the Bills they have nothing on offense.
They're not a great offense, the Bills, and
And what's Jacksonville going to do? Jacksonville at some point has got to stop. It's got to try to limit the mistakes that Bortles can make the offense more conservative.
Exactly, and that's what worries me. A couple pick sixes and a backdoor cover
but I'm
for
saying
something.
Just like make it more conservative so that there's fewer plays.
Yeah, well, and guess what? They have to be conservative. Guess where they're going? They're going to Buffalo, baby, and they're going to Buffalo in November.
Yeah,
it's liable to. Have you gotten any weather reports?
I don't know, but I'm sure it's going to be all right. I'll take that one under 45.5 minus 105. That's a pinnacle line.
I don't think Buffalo's defense is going to give up a bunch.
And then
wait a minute, you got me thinking, Pete. I'm liking that.
Okay, well let me just move on to the other one. Again, Seattle at Tampa Bay. Jameis Winston coming off of the best game of his career. Mike Brenner thinking that's an indication that he has a flat day this week. Certainly, it would be understandable why that would come against Seattle, right? Yeah. Although Seattle is traveling. Russell Wilson, I think, continues to be banged up, and the running game is completely banged up. So maybe a shot with the under at 45. What do you think about that, Mike Brenner? What do you think?
I don't know. I can't call it on that. But if I had to lean, I'd say yeah, because I don't think Seattle's going to put up too many points, but I think Seattle can win this thing 27-10.
You don't think Winston's going to have another big game spreading it around?
I really don't, because I'm telling you, Cam Chancellor and Sherman, they can't wait for this game. They're dying to get out there. And Winston, one thing that is consistent with him, when he makes a mistake, he really just tries to push too hard, and then he turns it into more mistakes. This is not the defense or the coach. Pete Carroll and coaching win this game. I love it, Pete. I want the full game Seattle.
All right, and I'm going to give the under 45 minus 105.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
What do you want? You want the full game Seattle?
Yes.
Just the full game.
Best shop line, baby, full game.
That's going to be 5.5 minus 110.
That's that line shopper, baby. It's everything.
Right. Okay, what else do you like, Mike Brenner?
All right, buddy, I love this one. I love it, love it, love it. Whew, the Pats. Patriots are going, and Belichick wants this game, and here's one that Tom Brady will rally his troops and say, guys, he'll never say it, but I'm going to say it. Belichick wants this game more than anything. He wants to beat this team every time he faces them, and they're going to do it. They're coming off a bye, right? Okay.
Who, the Pats?
Yeah. No, they're not coming off the bye.
No. Right. They're coming off of
a tough win.
The game at San Francisco where it was closer.
And I think it was a little fluky.
Because of the weather and everything played into it.
But I think this is the week they realize we have a big advantage here, and we're going to go and we're going to just pound this team. Pound them early and often. So what I'm going to do, Pistol Pete, I'm going three ways, baby. I want the first quarter, the first half, and the full game.
All right. The full game best line would be 7.5 minus 105.
Love it.
And the first half, you can take the Pinnacle opener, and then the first quarter, you can take the Pinnacle opener, Bookmaker opener, whatever you want.
Let's go with
wait a minute. I think that
Pinnacle.
Yeah. You want to take the Pinnacle opener?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Go with Pinnacle. What do you think of that? You know this team is they know they got to beat this team down. They got to.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I think about it yet, actually. Yeah, I think I'm agreeing with you.
And what was the total on that?
The total is, let me see, it's 47 or 46.5.
I see New England scoring 35 points here.
You're leaning it over, huh?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Oh, all right. I'm going to revisit that later.
All right. What else would you like to give, Mike Brenner?
All right, buddy. I'm loving this one, and I really am. I really think that Pittsburgh's going to get it done. They have to get it done. All right. Roethlisberger knows. All right, that everything's on the line, and I think this is a week that all three come together and they gel. All right. I really think Brown, I think Bell, and Roethlisberger. All right. They're going to put it together. I don't think this is going to be close, and I love it early and often. I'm going three ways again. Quarter, half in the game. What's the best shop line on that?
Well, the game, you can wait for Pinnacle, or you can take -9, -105, which is the current line at the Chris Books and Bet Online and Sports Betting.
I don't see that going down. All right.
All right, -9, -105, and then the first half and first quarter, you can take the Pinnacle openers on those.
Yep, that's it.
All right.
Any thoughts on that, Pistol?
Yeah, no.
You are my coach now.
I got to look into it a little bit more. But yeah, I think there's going to be a big day for Pittsburgh offensively.
Yeah.
Thinking maybe about a shot with the over at 47 if
I
Tolzien
wouldn't.
and the Colts can do their part.
47.
I'm going to hold off for now. We might do an update tomorrow, because if we don't do it tomorrow, then that'll be.
Matter of fact, we're going to have to. I think Dennis is going to shoot us because he's already covered up tomorrow.
All right, I'm going to hold off. Although there's a bunch of other plays that I'm leaning towards, I'm going to hold off and just go with what I've given so far. Is there anything else you want to add on?
Yeah, there is.
Let's hear it.
All right. I'm going with this, Pete, and I'm feeling good about it. The Saints are at home, right?
Yes.
Okay, I love it. All right, I just think they're too good of a team to let the Rams come in there. Even though their defense is suspect, they got Drew Brees, and he just stays in every game. He has no quit in him. They're coming off a bye week. I'm not a bye week, but it's some extra rest because they played a Thursday night game, right? I love this. I think it's going to be a no-brainer. What's the best shop line on the full game, Pistol?
Full game for the Saints going against the Rams, who started Jared Goff last week. Very conservative, supposedly going to open up the offense a little bit more. We can give -7, -110. Bet online sportsbetting.ag.
And I'm going to take Pinnacle because guess what, buddy? I pulled the trigger on the first half, Pistol.
Okay, and the Pinnacle opener on that one.
And the full game was 7, right?
7 -110. That's bet online.
What do you think? Line. Drew Brees, they still got that division. Their eyes.
I got to look into that a little bit more because the Rams are a little bit of a wild card because of Goff playing. Not sure what to expect from this week, but yeah.
I'm going to hit you with another one real quick because I know we're rolling here. Denver. Okay, this is a team coming off a bye, right? Coming off a loss, if I'm correct.
Denver's coming off a bye.
Yeah, bye. Okay, and they're at home against Kansas City. They're so banged up right now they don't know what to do. They got a very good defense. They got Andy Reid, but you're going into a dangerous territory. And I'm telling you, Elway. All right, and again, this team had a meeting. They want to get shit done this week. This is the week he said they redirect where they're going, what their focus is. They still believe they can win back-to-back Super Bowls, and that defense I think is going to play tough enough to just shut down KC. Trevor Siemian is going to do just enough to get it done. All right, first half, full game.
All right, the first half will give you the Pinnacle opener and the full game. We can at the Chris books, it's still 3 -3 -125, and at the Bet Online.
I love that, Pete.
Yeah. Oh, actually, no, we'll give you the Greek -3 -120.
120. Okay,
there you go.
That's it right there. And I got one more. I'm wrapping it up with. It's a teaser. It's a 3-team teaser. I've been doing really good on my teasers. All right, I'm going to be going, and we're going to use the bookmaker. All right, they got some great teaser values. I'm going with the Lions.
Okay.
Washington.
Okay.
And Patriots.
Okay.
And I love that.
Lions, Washington, and Patriots. Mike Brenner, you've got a ton of picks
Yes,
this week
I do.
in the NFL, so you sound pretty confident. I predict you'll have a nice winning week, if not an awesome week
Thank you,
on
buddy.
your picks
like
overall.
That confidence. God.
Yeah. And we'll be back hopefully tomorrow with some updated picks from NFL and college. Tune in for that.
Yes, and guys, thank you for all the support out there, and click that logo and sign up at SBR. Happy Thanksgiving.
Go to SBRodds.com. Browse, compare, and shop live odds available at top online sportsbooks.